Hello, welcome back to Speakeasy with Paul F. Tompkins. I am still Paul F. Tompkins, and my guest this time is the host of the Eric Andre Show, which is in its second season, currently airing on Adult Swim. Kids not allowed. Please say hello to Eric Andre. Eric, cheers. Thank you so much for being here.
Who are you just talking to?
A camera. Hi, everybody. Please don't look at my camera. Eric, thank you
I look in this camera as well, right?
No.
I have no idea how this works.
Oh, boy. Now I got to wash my hands 50 times. Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for letting me get drunk in the morning.
Absolutely. Oh, for the audience, we shoot this.
We shoot this at night.
Evening time. It's very sophisticated.
This is at night.
One time, we were telling you before we rolled, there was we do shoot some of these in the morning. There was a fight outside this bar last time we were here.
That's crazy. Get it started.
Yeah. You know what?
Why wait?
We're going to do this anyway.
Why? Oh, me and you were going to fight? Let's bring it. I think we will both lose. But we will somehow both lose.
Have you been in a fight as an adult?
No, I've never been in a fight.
Even as a kid?
As a kid, but like elementary school. But no, the closest I ever came, I was biking down 2nd Avenue in Manhattan. And it was late at night, all the clubs were getting out and stuff. And this guy, I was biking, hauling ass down 2nd Avenue, and this guy, as I biked by him, he like pushed me, like out of the, like, he was just coming out and he was like, "Brah!" And like pushed me almost into traffic. And I was like, what? And I was in such a rage. I was like, ah, and I swooped back around. And as he was walking away, I biked as hard as I could into the back of his legs. I was like, ah, fuck you, motherfucker. And then I saw like real fear in his eyes. And I was like, oh man, I'm like being crazy right now. And he's with his girlfriend, and I was like, ugh, I gotta get out of here.
He was with his girlfriend.
Yeah, but he pushed me. He could have killed me. He pushed me into traffic.
No, I'm on your side. Believe me. It astonishes.
Why aren't you on my side?
It astonishes me that I just assumed this was just some crazy idiot, right? But no, he's like a person who has a relationship.
Yeah,
it's like, hold on a second, honey. I gotta shove this guy.
He could have been a crazy person with a relationship, but there are those.
There's somebody for everybody, right?
Yeah, totally.
Who am I to judge that guy and his relationship?
I think I'm already drunk.
We were talking.
I'm like,
we're having old fashions. You seem to really enjoy chaos. Like, your show is crazy. There's a lot of stunts. There's a lot of. It's just a very no holds barred. You like to get into really crazy stuff. Do you thrive on chaos? Or is that just on stage that you enjoy that?
Yeah, I think so. I like music or shows or TV shows or movies that feel like they could fall apart at any second, because that's exciting to watch. You know what I mean?
I guess it's safe to say you're an adventurous person.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
I'm an adventurous pussy, I'd say. I'm like an adventurous coward.
Really?
I'm the lamest adventurous person. Most boring, lamest suburban adventurous
Like,
person.
are there lines for you that you say, oh, that's not something I'm gonna do? Like, I guess what's the deal breaker for you?
I wouldn't mess with animals. I'm afraid of animals.
Right.
Even going into the ocean at the beach, if I see a jellyfish, I'm like, oh, it's gonna bite me. And I run away.
I am the same way, in that I really enjoy the ocean, but I will not go out farther than I can stand.
Yeah, totally. No way.
And I don't want to see what's in there. Like the idea of going to the blue ocean.
No, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
International waters, or being on a ship. I don't even feel comfortable being in a boat. I could be in a massive boat. If I look at the water, I'm like, oy vey, get me out of here. It's terrifying. I don't know what's going on.
Skydiving, is that something you would ever do?
I've done it once, yeah. That was terrifying, but that was fun.
So
I do like that. I like bungee jumping and roller coasters and skydiving and stuff like that.
Those land-based activities.
Yeah,
You're
the
more
water.
adventurous.
You don't know what's going on. Those fish are biting at you.
It's their world.
Yeah, it's their world.
Yeah.
Leave them alone.
Let's keep it separated.
Let's keep it separated. I want segregation between the above waters and the below waters.
Segregation now, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever. That's my message to the sea.
Motto.
Yes, absolutely. You started stand-up in Florida.
Yes.
And in the early days of your act, because you did stand up there for about a year, right, before you moved to New York?
Well, barely. I just did like a few shows there, but it was while I was in college, and I went to college in Boston. So I was like just visiting my parents. My very first show was at Bocanuts in Boca Raton, Florida.
Is Bocanuts still operating?
I think so, but I think they changed their name. I don't know why.
Why? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Bocanuts.
Exactly.
I forgot, because you went to the Berkeley School of Music.
Yeah. Awesome.
Did you finish?
I did. I actually did.
You are the only person I've ever met.
Yeah, I know. I just plowed through.
Wow.
Got the fuck out of there, yeah.
And you studied the bass, the upright bass?
Yeah, upright bass, yeah.
And do you still play?
No, I sold my bass so I would have money to move to LA.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm thinking about buying a new one, but they're fucking expensive, man.
How
I mean,
much
a decent one is like 10 grand.
Really?
A decent one, like a playable one.
How much is a crappy upright bass?
I mean, you can buy a piece of plywood bass from like Sam Ash for like $1,000, but they suck. I mean, my bass was, my bass in college was like $4,000, and my teacher was like, it's a nice student bass, but my teacher's bass is probably 80,000 up to 100, somewhere between 80 and 100,000 bucks. I mean, it was built in the 1850s. It was built during the Civil War. My other teacher had a bass from like Revolutionary War era, like late 1700s. Fucking expensive.
I want people to know, when you see some rockabilly band up there and they're all dressed like mechanics, please know that bass player paid a lot of money for that bass.
Is in a lot of debt.
That's right. On the topic of music, you've been working on an instrumental album, for a long time?
I have been trying to put out a mixtape with Hannibal for...
Hannibal Buress, who's your co-host on
yes.
the Eric Andre show.
Yes, and just trying and failing miserably. Does
Hannibal play?
No, but he raps.
I did not know
poorly.
that.
He raps poorly, and I make beats very poorly. So the two of us, we're just gonna skyrocket.
How did you guys meet?
Just doing comedy in New York. We both moved there roughly the same time, and we were just two broke comics telling jokes.
Hannibal's energy is very different from your energy.
That's why he's the perfect co-host.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, was it sort of apparent right away that you guys had a rapport based on your that you guys had a thing that complemented each other?
Yeah, I just needed somebody to like balance out my mania, and he allows me to go crazier, and he's kind of the voice of reason and speaks for the audience. Like, I say a bunch of inappropriate shit, and he can be like, "You're a terrible person. Kill yourself."
Which is kind of the basis of his comedy too.
Yeah, totally.
His stand-up is all about, this is my view of the world. Here's who's doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Stop doing this thing that you're doing. It's a bad idea.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
So has there ever been anything where Hannibal, like in real life, was like, this is too much for me?
Yeah, I wanted him to wear a wedding dress, because I wanted him to come out in a wedding dress and go, "Hey, you remember Dennis Rodman?" Just for no reason. And then I would take a baseball bat to his head, and his head would explode like porcelain. But he's like, I don't. We put the dress on him, and he's like, "Can I just wear a Bulls jersey or something, like, and be Dennis Rodman?" I was like, all right.
So it was more the wedding dress and not so much the head exploding like porcelain.
Head exploding, he had no problem with, but wedding dress, he's like, I don't know, man. Or anytime we'd like put like tar or goop or anything like on his face or anything, he's not thrilled with that. I'm like, no, it looks really cool, man. It looks good. He's like, yeah, this is a one taker.
Right.
I'm constantly putting shit in his face. I'm just
Sure,
realizing.
absolutely. Well, because here's the thing: never reveal your weaknesses. I'm sure once he said, "I don't like this,"
I was like,
get ready for a whole lot
Hannibal
of this.
enters, shit goes in his face. Let's shoot it.
To be determined later. Has there been anything that you've done when you're out doing the man on the street stuff and you're kind of messing with people and I think that certainly the intention is, I'm just fucking around. This is just silliness, you know. Has there ever been anything that later you thought, oh, that maybe I can see why somebody misconstrued that. I can see why somebody got upset about that.
That's like all of them. That's like everyone we shoot.
So you're surprised when people have a reaction bigger than you expected them to have.
Yeah, you never know. I never ever know. Sometimes I'm like, I'm doing this bit, I'm about to get punched in the face, people are gonna murder me, and people couldn't care less. And then when you expect like, this is gonna be easy, I'm gonna be in and out, it's not even, this is just a simple bit, people go ballistic, so you never know. Drunk people are great to prank, because drunk people are uninhibited.
And it also takes them...
Uninhibited.
And it also takes
I can't
them...
read.
It's the combination
I can't
of being...
speak English, sorry.
Look, just look at the prompter. It's all there for you. You know these interviews are scripted, right?
Let me take that again. Where are my sides?
Drug people are not only uninhibited, but their processing is a few moments behind. So you can see it on their faces,
Yeah.
like they're thinking about what you said,
Yeah.
and then they're giving their response.
Yeah.
In the moments where someone is threatening you with physical violence, what is going through your mind?
I'm torn. I'm like, well, this is awesome for us in post-production. But for me right now, this is gonna hurt when this guy punches me in the face. But I tell all my camera operators, I'm like, do not cut when somebody starts punching me. Don't come to my rescue. You just keep filming. Please keep filming.
Treat it like journalism.
Yeah, totally.
Please watch me die.
Yeah, totally. I mean, if I'm getting like American History X curbed, like then maybe come in and help me out. But you do this like bobbing and weaving when those moments are happening. Like, all right, what's gonna get this guy to punch me but not kill me? Also, you don't want to be mean-spirited. There's nothing funny about being just flat out mean. That's easy. Anybody can do that. So like, my intention is never to just be like, hey, check it out, I'm a dickhead. So if it's too mean and I'm just provoking somebody for the sake of provoking them and the spirit of the bit is lost, that's not my intention. The intention at the end of the day is to be
So you never go into it thinking, this is the kind of thing that someone will want to hit me for. I mean, is the idea, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like the idea of all the stuff the stuff like this that you do, is that I want to put an absurd thing in front of regular people and see what happens.
Yeah.
Something that they were not expecting, just weird. It's not about like trying to trick someone into getting upset.
Yeah.
But I want to put absurdity in someone's path and then see
how
what
they
happens.
react. Yeah, exactly.
So knowing though that one of the reactions might be
a punch in the face.
I'm so confused by this, I must react with violence.
Yeah. I mean, that'll be great for the bit. It'll hurt my nose in the present moment, but it'll be awesome on camera.
When that stuff happens and when it doesn't happen, what do you take away about humanity from that?
I'm not that smart. I'm glad.
No, but certainly, I mean, you've had enough experience, seeing people's reactions to weird stuff and various types of weird things. Is there ever a moment where you stop and pause and say, like afterwards, in the aftermath, and say, examine who reacted what way and why?
Yeah, generally people are nice. This is gonna sound a little new agey and kumbaya, but people are good. They're like nice and good spirited. I did a bit where I dressed up like a cop, and we went up to Harlem, and I handcuffed myself around a light post and dropped my pants before anybody showed up. And I was going, "Help! Can somebody help me? Can somebody help me, please?" And all these people gathered, like, "How did you get into that situation?" I'm like, "It's a long story. Just please help me out." And people, like, the community came together trying to figure out how to get the handcuffs off me, how to get my pants back up. And people were on my side.
How to get my pants back.
Yeah.
And yet still I'm sure there were people that were giving you a hard time.
Yeah, they were like, this one guy was like, "Are you fucking with me, man? Are you fucking with me? Is this entrapment?" And I was like, "No, sir, just help me." He's like, "I should have my dogs bite you in your ass." And I was like, "Yes, you should, but please, just help me out."
Let me ask you, is there anything that you have proposed on the show that you have been talked out of?
Oh yeah, I had a bit where I wanted to go down an escalator in a wheelchair and see how far I can get, and my producer was like, "You're gonna like seriously injure yourself." I was like, No, I know how to fall. He goes, "An escalator is like metal." Yeah.
I've taken stage combat.
He was like, "It's jagged metal spikes as steps."
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, we'll figure it out. And then our stunt coordinator was like, "Could you build like a rubber escalator?" Like, because he's worked on like Mission Impossible. I was like,
Right.
"Dude, we're adults. We have like $2 is our budget. We get paid in like Domino's pizza coupons. We're not building a rubber escalator." So that I got talked out of.
Now, I gotta tell you though, now I'm obsessed with this rubber escalator idea.
Well, I mean, on those big budget movies, they'll build like rubber stairs or rubber escalators, things that are like easier for the stunt, so the stunt guy can do like 4 takes or something. So like our stunt guy was like telling me that kind of stuff, like, oh, just build a rubber escalator, and we're like, no, we can't. We don't even have the money to drive to a real escalator, let alone build a rubber escalator.
How much would that cost?
Who knows? But I do. If I ever became an eccentric billionaire, I would build a rubber escalator.
Absolutely.
Just to fall down it, not even to use it practically.
Eric Andre, I wish you caviar wishes and rubber escalator dreams. The Eric Andre Show is airing on Adult Swim Season 2 right now. Thank you, Eric Andre, for being
so
here.
much.
That is it for this edition of Speakeasy. Please join me again next time when my guest will be a different person. It would be fun to fall down that rubber escalator. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check back every Monday to see who I interview next. And for more info about Speakeasy, visit mademan.com.